This conference will now be recorded.
Right. So, hold on. Now, uh, what we can do is look over a few different options
Right.
that I want you to understand that are important to have, because of the simple fact that you have something, as you know about, called gas fees. I'm about to share my screen with you.
Right.
Let me know when it's coming through. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see the screen now.
All right, cool. So you see where my arrow is pointing right here?
Sir.
This is a an app that they have from a website called Gas Now that lets
Right.
you know what the gas fee is on the Ethereum blockchain. Okay,
Right.
so 173 is pretty high. Not gonna lie to you.
Right.
And you see it's going up and up and
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, I see it.
Right. So um, one way you can get around paying an exorbitant or high gas fee is by utilizing different blockchains. Okay.
Correct.
So the well, let me get rid of some of this if I don't need it. I don't think I need this. Yeah, because I noticed the more apps I have open, the more my computer will lag. So I'm gonna just get rid of all of the things I don't need right now.
Sounds good.
All right. So um, now what I want to show you is an app. One of the apps that I use personally. This one is called Venus Finance, and Venus operates on the Ethereum blockchain. It does a lot of the same functions that uh, Compound does.
Right.
And this is just one of the many platforms that I utilize for my own personal situation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what you can see here is
The
on the
right.
well, right here on the left, you
Mm-hmm.
have the assets that you can supply to the platform.
Mm-hmm.
These are the different APYs that they pay you accordingly for these assets. Okay.
Right.
So again, this is Venus.finance, and what you can do is use this as an option and a resource for yourself, so that way you can use this as an option, so you don't have to worry about paying the Ethereum gas fees. Okay. Now,
Okay.
this is on the Binance Smart Chain again,
You said
and
it's on the Binance or the Ethereum?
this one is on the Binance Smart Chain.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And you said you recently set up your MetaMask for the Binance Smart Chain.
Yeah, I did.
Cool. Now, this is one of the reasons why I recommended that, so that way you can have an alternative outside of you only thinking that Compound is the way to go, or
Okay.
using the Ethereum blockchain is the way to go.
Right.
Um, what you witnessed on the other video was the particular way that I was shown at that particular time, just to give me an understanding of how to maneuver
Mm-hmm.
independently within the DeFi protocols. Okay, so it wasn't just like the end all be all of this is the only way you can maneuver. It was just an example of how to get used to it, and
Mm-hmm.
what you can do on Compound, you can do on other platforms. It's the same concept. It's just applying it to a different application. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
But
Yeah, I
the
follow.
overall theory of it all is going to be the same. You're still going to have to activate the collateral in order for it to be collateralized on this platform.
Hmm.
And just click on here. It's going to ask you to enable as collateral if you had this particular asset, which is SXP. And what's going to happen is your MetaMask is going to pop up, and it's going to ask you to create a smart contract, basically confirming that you want to enable this particular asset to be collateralized on this platform. Okay, so again, everything is smart contract based, where every transaction has to have a smart contract associated with it in order for it to be authorized by you, for it to do what it does, and that prevents fraud in a lot of different cases. And it's really just to CYA, cover your ass. So over here, you can see that the BNB gas fees are considerably cheaper than anything you were just seeing on the Ethereum blockchain.
Right.
Um, I don't have this particular asset, so there wouldn't be a reason for me to um, activate this. But just to show you how it works, I'm going to go ahead on and do it anyway, so you can see how much um, is contract. So that was literally just the equivalent of like a couple cents. It wasn't anything major at all. So, I'd rather pay a couple cents in gas fee as opposed to paying a couple $100.
Right.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to stop sharing. Well, no, I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I would like for you to share yours, so that way we can go through setting you up to activate Venus on your MetaMask, and you can start communicating with it.
All right. Sounds good. It's saying to share ask organizer to make you a presenter.
Okay. Options for it.
I had a question though in the meantime.
Mhm.
If I updated the like my wallet to use a Binance Smart Chain, will it update if I connect through the browser? I don't have to do it again through the browser, no?
Say that one more time so I can understand your question.
If I updated my MetaMask so that it can use the Binance Smart Chain network on the phone, would it update on the web browser as well? Or would I have to do it on the web browser
You would
separately?
have to you would have to do it on the web browser as well. It's specific to whatever device you're using,
Okay.
so it's not. I mean, we can walk through that as well. It's a fairly simple process, and it's nothing more than just having the code, which I do have, and I can
Cool.
yeah, just walk you through that process now. I did make you the presenter, by the way, so whenever you're ready, you can share your screen with me.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it. Give me 1 second. I'm multitasking over here so that I can pull up some information in regards to setting up the MetaMask on the your PC as well. Um, so the first thing you're going to do is, all right, you already have your MetaMask open. Cool. You're going to click on uh, those three dots right there. You still have your MetaMask open right here. Click on the three dots and go to account details. You using a PC or is that a Google Chromebook?
PC.
All right. 1 second. Yeah, my MetaMask is active. Cool. Here, go to. Oh, that's not it. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm waiting for my slow behind computer to catch up. Yeah. So click on that circle in the top right corner. I'm sorry, of your MetaMask. Yeah. Now go down to settings and go over to network. Yep. And you should be able to scroll down and add a network. Is that an option for you?
They have a button add network.
Yeah, new
Click
network.
new network.
Yeah. Now, what you're going to do is type in there the letters B as in boy, S as in Sam, C as in cat, and the word main net. So BSC mainnet. Yep. And right here, what you're going to have to do is enter a URL. And what I can do is copy and paste this and send it to you so that way you can um, enter it correctly. Give me a second. I'm going to send it to you on IG. And you want to enter that whole thing, including the HTTPS part of the web address.
Mhm.
And what you want to do is just put the number one after the word seed. Yeah, right there. Put the number one after seed before you proceed. Yeah. And then you can put everything in as you see it.
The dot. So do I substitute the one for the dot? Because there's a dot after the
Yeah, yeah.
C.
Everything else is the same. You're just going to
All
put
right,
the one
cool.
in after the word seed. So you're still going to put the .binance.org and the backslash.
All right.
So it should be. Let me see what you have there. Yep. So right there, you're going to put the number 56 currency symbol. You're going to put BNB. And for Block Explorer, you're going to put HTTPS.
Wait, say that again. HTTPS.
Yep. Semicolon, forward backslash, forward backslash, BSC. So that would be, yeah, bscscan.com and forward backslash. There's one. You only need one of them. Yeah. All right. Well, now save that. and MetaMask will add and connect to the BSC network. All you have to do that now is type in Venus.finance in your browser in a new tab. Yep. Now, before we move forward, click on this puzzle piece right there next to in the top right corner. Here, click on that, and click on the thumbtack so you can add MetaMask to your situation.
Okay.
Yep, perfect. And anything else you want added to um, your thumbnail, that's how you do it.
All right. Cool.
So you're going to click on Connect Wallet, MetaMask. Yep. Connect whatever one of your wallets that you're going to be using with this. View the addresses. Okay. All right. So yeah, you can look around and see what the options are for you supplying them with collateral. Again, the assets on the left are the supply side that you can supply to the platform. The
Mm-hmm.
assets on the right are the assets that you can borrow from the platform. Okay.
All right.
So this is where you would just make decisions based off what is best for you according to what interest you want to receive. Now, essentially, what these interest rates mean is that you get paid this level of interest in whatever that asset is that you're supplying them with.
All right. I follow.
Okay. So, yeah, I can't really tell anybody what to invest where. It's just all
Mm-hmm.
about what you feel comfortable with according to your due diligence. You're part of the Discord group that I have, so you've seen the watch list. If you wanted to use that watch list to help you with making some decisions, that's completely up to you. However, all I can do is point you in the direction of where these platforms are, and then you can
Right.
decide how you want to move forward. Now, in another tab, what I would like for you to do is go to Google first and type in the Google search Pancake Swap. Yep. Have you used this platform before?
No, I've heard of it, but I haven't used it before.
Okay. So click on Pancake Swap, please. And again, they're going to ask you to connect your wallet. This is a DeFi platform, so they're never going to ask you for your social or your email address. It's all going to be wallet based. Okay. So what I would like for you to do is click on Farm in the left hand corner there. Now, here is where you can farm different assets by providing liquidity to this platform, and you will get paid in the particular APR that you see over there. That would be the rate in which you would accrue interest on the assets that you're combining. And what's happening is you're taking, for example, the first asset you see right there is Pancake, which is the native token for
Right.
and BNB, which is the native token for Binance. You would be supplying these assets at various volumes. According to the volume that you provide, would dictate the rate in which they would be split, as far as you would get this percentage for this one or this percentage for that one. That makes sense?
Yeah, it does.
It's all contingent upon how much of the asset you want to provide to the platform, and that's going to dictate what the split will be for uh, the interest that you get paid on these assets. So that's just one thing. You can also go click over on the left hand side and click on pools right under farms. Yeah. Did you click on it?
I think I already did. It's just freezing out.
Okay.
All right, there we go.
All right. Now this is where you can stake different assets and get paid interest in other assets depending on what the assets are available that they have in these different pools. And you can scroll down and see what the different options are. And whenever your computer loads up, you'll see the interest rates that you will be able to acquire for these assets. Let's see.
All right, and this is different from yielding, right? So farming and pooling, they're two different things, and then yielding is a separate thing within itself.
Yielding is more or less the same. It just goes by a different name. It serves the same purpose, if you will.
Mhm. Right.
Yield farming, staking, uh, they're similar in terminology because provide they work around the concept of providing your asset and getting paid interest.
Okay.
So, um, let's see. What I would like for you to do, okay, before you do that, take a look at these APYs and APRs that you get
Yeah,
for
it's pretty
uh,
high.
exactly. Now, this is why I'm so adamant and bullish on DeFi as a whole, not necessarily any particular cryptocurrency, but the entire concept of decentralized finance is what excites me because this empowers you to be able to make decisions with your money, akin to what a bank does when you provide them with liquidity via your savings or your checking account.
Right.
One thing that a lot of people don't realize about banks, you're essentially loaning the bank money up front
Yeah,
by
pretty
keeping
much.
it in there. And if you have it in your savings, you'll get a particular interest rate, which, let's see, do me a favor. Go, click on another tab real fast. Go to Google and type in average APY on savings accounts. Yep.
Damn.
See that? 0.04% APY. That's ridiculous. Compare that to what you see on PancakeSwap, and it pales in
Right.
comparison, right? Now, for every $1 that you have in your savings account, or a lot of times in your account in general, the bank
Hmm.
is able to create $10.
Whoa.
Okay, um, that's something that a lot of people should know because it basically allows the banks to grow rich on account of your money, and they're not doing anything but bringing you back 0.04% on average. So that would explain why individuals get slapped with ATM fees if you take your money out of the bank, because that's less money that they can create for themselves in theory if you take your money out.
Right.
They're not telling you that's what's going on, but in the grand scheme of things, that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, I normally notice sometimes when you want to pull out a large amount of money, they're kind of resistant on giving
Yeah,
you your money. You know what I mean? Like they
exactly.
want to
Then they
ask
tell you
what
that
you
it's
want
going
to do with
to
it.
take a certain amount of time for that to happen.
Right.
So I'm not in agreement with any of that. But what DeFi does is it provides an alternative for your money, allowing the banks to grow rich. Now your money can allow your own personal private bank to grow rich by eliminating the middleman. You
Right.
can now do the same exact stuff with your money that the bank can do. What was that?
I was saying I had a question on like why is the return so high in the DeFi? You know what I mean? Like this is like a new space, not too many people know about, but enough people know about it. Like why is it that they're able to give back
So
91.77%
these
versus
these
like what the
protocols,
banks do?
yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off
No,
because
it's
these
all good. I was
protocols
done.
aren't doing too much different than what the banks are doing. You're
Mm-hmm.
providing them with collateral so that they can make more money and invest in tech and invest in so many other different
True,
things.
true, true,
So
true.
what's happening is they're in competition with each other.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to offer a higher APR and APY than the next person because that's going to entice you to want to bring your collateral to my platform as opposed to going to theirs. You know,
Right,
so it's open competition. It's just a different manner of how you now can position yourself to reap the benefits of that as opposed to being taken advantage of by these things. That makes sense?
yeah, it does.
So, so what I would like for you to do real quick, just so that you can gain a overall understanding of what the main difference is between staking and yielding. You already have a Google tab up, so you can click back on that, and you can just type in staking versus yielding, and this will um, break down a lot of different things for you. And also, what I have in the Discord group is uh, a guide to DeFi.
And
Um,
it's like an ebook, right?
yeah, did you see that yet?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I started reading it. It's
Okay.
just it's like what you did with the group chat is like so much info, bro. Like,
Mhm.
like 1 minute I'm trying to learn the charts, and then I'm like, yo, let me go read the ebook, or let me go back and watch some of the boot camp. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, there's so much information in there. You good for like 3 to 6 months if you're doing real research.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
that's why I just had to get the session with you, just so I can ask someone. It's like a class, so you're gonna want to ask the instructor at some point in time what's
Absolutely.
going
Absolutely. That's how I wanted to set it up so that way, because if you really want to know this information, all of the information is there. It's just
on.
all
Right.
about you learning at the pace that you learn.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have the benefit of pausing and doing research and due diligence and then coming back. Whereas I had to, sit through the session straight through and just, and digest it in real time. So, again, all of the information is there for anybody that wants to master any of this stuff. It's just all up to them in regards to you not feeling pressure to learn it at the same pace that it's presented in that book.
Right.
Um, but this is still nonetheless what can aid you in taking baby steps towards making your first move, if you will.
Right.
So, um, yeah. So, just real quick, staking and yield farming are kind of similar, but in theory, kind of serve two different goals, and I'll explain that. Yield farming focuses on gaining the highest yield possible, while staking focuses on helping the blockchain network stay secure while earning rewards at the same time. So
Okay.
um,
Okay.
they're both going to yield you a return. It's just a matter of at what percentage and what the overall purpose is as far as it being for the blockchain or just for your own personal benefit for um, growing and gaining interest.
Right.
Okay.
All right, I got it. I got it.
Um, let's take a look at Pancake Swap again. And firstly, what you can do to give you an understanding of how valuable this is, um, you can go to CoinGecko and type in any of the assets that are in the pools so you can see what the value of them are. And then while you're at that, you can just take a look into these companies and see if these are assets that you would want to yield a return on just by providing Pancake or whatever other asset. That makes sense.
You say that one more time for me?
So you're going to use CoinGecko as a way to do some due diligence and research on the
Mm-hmm.
assets that are going to be provided on PancakeSwap as far as the options for you to uh, add to the pool or the farm. Okay,
Right.
so you can just go to CoinGecko and see what these coins are about
So
and see.
would I type them in as a pair or just like search cake separately from searching
No, you would
BNB?
have to type them in individually so
Okay.
that you can, have all of the information pertaining to what they are, what they're about, and if you would like to get paid interest in these assets accordingly. And I like CoinGecko because it gives you a little rundown of the company. If you go down and it gives you all of the websites and their, can you go up for 1 second? I want to point something out to you. You can stop right there. So the section right where it says info under buy, sell, long, short, earn, and loan,
Right here, yeah.
that's where you want to go and start doing your research in regards to these companies. Obviously, you can
Okay, I
click on the
see.
link to see what it's about, but it also gives you their Twitter, their Telegram, the Medium, and all of the other important documents pertaining to these assets and what they're about. Now, what you can do, you can start searching the mediums and start also understanding different companies that they're doing business with. And what that can eventually do is lead you down a rabbit hole of finding the next asset that nobody's talking about yet because it's not really on the map. You get what I'm
Cause
saying?
yeah, bro, that was gonna be one of my questions. I had like 4 or 5 questions that I like written down and like had in my head on what I wanted to ask you, and that was one of them. You know, like sometimes
Mhm.
I'll see you post some stuff and like, yo, this one hit, or like you'll tell us that it's about to hit and then it hit, and I'm like, how do people know
Yep.
what is? Obviously, it's something about reading the charts, you know, but you just gave me another piece of key info. It's
That's the
actually getting
biggest
in
key
and
right
checking
there.
on the companies itself.
Yeah, that's the biggest key right there. Honestly, is just doing research on the company. Um,
Right.
and again, if you, okay, for instance, I started out investing primarily in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Uniswap, so forth and so on. I didn't really know what I was doing, to be honest with you.
Right.
It wasn't until I did my research into the companies, once I started seeing like high crazy gains. Like, bro, when I first started investing in Uniswap, Uni was less than $3, bro.
Let me go
Uh,
check out what it is right now.
yeah, right now, yeah, do that.
It's number 11, so it should be up there. Damn, you say you got it when it was like $3?
$3. It might have been less than that. Now, this thing has shot up to
Damn.
as high as like $50 at one point, bro.
Man.
And I had like 2,000 of them. I'm sitting
And
up
you
here
saying
like,
that's a
oh,
combination of you obviously knowing how to read the charts and then just doing research on these assets.
for real, that one was one where I kind of got lucky because of timing. Now that was a buy and hold. I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't yielding it. I literally just bought it in
And
December.
just add
By
it.
the time March came, it was like $10. By the time May came, it was 50. So um,
That's
timing is
actually
everything
great. Yep.
with a lot of these things. And I just so happened to get in at the right time, right before everything took off and like doubled the market cap of crypto in general.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Now, but that's the reality of how cryptocurrency in general works. The longer you hold it, the more return you're going to see from these assets without having to do anything other than buy and hold.
Right.
Obviously, options for yield farming, staking, or adding it to a pool, whatever terminology you want to use. All of these things involve you investing your asset that you already invested to reap another asset that you can also reinvest. This stuff
Right.
sounds crazy, right? But it's possible now for you to do without having to go through a third party brokerage or a bank in order to do so.
Yeah, man. Even with the whole loan setup thing, it's kind of like with the credit, like doing credit repair, you can create like a secured credit card or a secured
Yep,
loan in a way. That's what it kind of reminded me of when
absolutely.
on the compound or like the Venus. Because another thing that I wanted to do, I set a goal for myself that by September hit, definitely before October, that I want to be able to can read these charts so that I could probably pull out a loan and then use the bread from the loan to just
Hmm.
read the charts, catch little plays here and there, make a little 50, 100 each time, and just add it up and then just keep doing the same thing.
Yeah,
And that's
let me,
that's another plan that I have. So I still got homework to do. But I
for
just
sure.
wanted to start with this so that I actually made a move because between me and you, this band I came up on, I'm like, yo, I'm not going to do nothing else with it but this. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Just so I can have this start because it's not really obviously to make money because I'm trying to transition into just doing this full time, because I have
Hmm.
the time. But it's really the whole ecosystem and what can be done with crypto and DeFi. That's what drew me in. You know what I mean? When I asked you those questions back in January, and you're like, yo, do you? It all depends. Like centralized wallet, decentralized. I'm like, yo, what that even mean? At that time, everybody just talking about the Coinbase and the Doge and the Robinhood. Because of the group chat, I ended up selling my Doge because I realized I learned from the group chat calls you don't really own it. You just own the contract.
Yeah,
So
especially
I
Robinhood.
can't do anything with it. And I knew there was something that you could do with all of this, but I just
Hmm.
didn't know. You know what I mean? Like nobody around me giving me the game, or I just didn't know what you could do because I'm just stuck on the hype. Like, oh, Dodge going up, or. So I'm
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
grateful for this right here. This is a whole lot of info. Definitely can
Sure.
kickstart it.
Blessings. I'm glad it's been beneficial to you. That's the only thing that I want is for people to understand that we can take control and really understand this stuff outside of these companies telling us this is the only way it can be done. Because
Right.
the only reason they tell us that is because it empowers their pockets more so than ours. We don't reap anything by going through them. If anything, they're telling us what they're going to give us as a result of investing with them, as opposed to us getting what we can get on account of our own hard work, due diligence, and understanding.
That's a
You know,
fact.
um, but uh, so what I do want to do real fast is mention a couple of
Hmm.
different things that are beneficial that you might want to look into for a lot of different purposes. Um, Obviously, I'm bullish on DeFi. I'm becoming more bullish on everything in the metaverse, though, bro.
Oh yeah, bro. And also
Stop right
again,
there. Stop right there. Stop right there. This token,
this one.
yes, you might want to put this on your radar.
Okay.
Um,
How do I add it to the? Is there something like I can make like a watch list on here or no?
so, do you use TradingView?
No, it's funny. I just watched a video where he was like showing you how to do the trading view and set up
Okay.
your charts and all that.
So go to
So I could.
TradingView.com real fast.
All right.
And what you can do is set up your watch list on TradingView once you have your account.
Okay.
Um, Now, this is really going to help you.
Is this it?
Yeah, this is really going to help you start mastering the charts, because if you got TradingView,
Mm-hmm.
you understand how to use it, the world is your oyster.
Right.
You won't be able to miss. Um, Open the. I mean, you can sign up for a free trial if you want to. It's completely up to you. But just in full disclosure, I do have a monthly subscription with them,
Oh,
because it's worth it. So, I'm
you
not
said
telling.
it's worth it. The monthly subscription is worth it.
Hell yeah,
Okay.
it gives you all of the tools and information you need to make the informed decisions And the next thing after you subscribe is just master and TradingView, and
Right.
that's a world all unto itself. But once you do that, you can really do some damage out here because it's all about now efficiency and being like a sniper.
Right. And question, when signing up with the TradingView, would I want to use one of my Proton emails or the regular email?
That's up to you. TradingView don't really matter because it's just for
Okay.
chart reading. It's
Right.
not like anything involved with your crypto actually going here because
Okay.
it's
Okay. So I can't
usually
connect my MetaMask wallet to the TradingView.
new. Even if you
Okay.
could, I wouldn't
All right.
because it
Okay.
don't really serve a purpose. It's just literally just for charts.
Just to study purposes,
Yeah, and it's not just crypto. This is like all world currencies,
like
dollars,
Forex and
yeah, all of that stuff. You
okay.
can use
Okay.
TradingView to read all of those charts.
Stocks too.
Yep,
All right.
yep. So that's another reason why I like TradingView, man. So um, I would definitely, I have the premium one. That's the one that gives you all of the gadgets and gadgets,
Okay.
and really lets you. It's crazy. And just the difference between you can go up and just look at the difference between the plans real quick.
Okay. Okay.
Scroll up a little bit. Uh,
Yeah, indicators. Those are stuff that I hear people talk about when you're
exactly.
talking about trading. So okay, 25 indicators per chart.
You can put 8 charts on one screen. So
Okay, I'm
imagine,
glad you pointed this out because in the recording it was like he said it didn't matter if you had the this like the trial or not, or probably was just for the training session. He just had you do the free trial.
oh yeah, that was just so I could set it up. But now that I know what's going on, dude, this is probably like one of the best investments that I've made outside of investing in crypto in general.
Yeah.
Was this?
So I
So,
appreciate that.
yeah, no doubt. Um, but this is a very valuable asset that you want to just understand how to use. For now, you
Mhm.
can just click on charts. Yep. And right there, you can start to put together a watch list of different assets. You can just click on got it. Now, if you want to delete any of these assets out of your watch list, just go to the end of it where the percentage sign is and just click on the X.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that way, you can start fresh with whatever you want to put in there. And to add something to the watch list, just click on that plus sign and can go over to crypto, stock, futures, forex, whatever, and add whatever asset you want to add to your watch list.
Well, I could type the whole name out.
Yeah, Binamon, Binamon. I don't know if that might not be on here yet, but
Okay.
not to worry if it's not. But this one, you can click on the website if you want to see what that's about. Uh, yeah, this one is going to be pretty valuable, I believe, in the near future, because it's part of the metaverse as far as the gaming world.
Right. What I did, I also I think I saw them through your page, like the MetaV Academy and Slice, and then I sent over some ether so I could be a part of the MetaV Academy, so I could learn about these NFTs and
Mhm.
virtual real estate. That was just all off of being in this group right here. Like it opened the door to something else. The whole metaverse.
Hey, bro, there's so many. It's a world of options, good brother. A world of them. It's just a matter of putting it all together. So
hmm
you just,
And customizing it to how it can fit your lifestyle,
yep,
what you're trying to do.
Absolutely. Main thing is just being comfortable with navigating on these platforms in general, and just understanding how it all works, like what the layout is, so you can take it from there. And now you can start teaching your kids because it's going to be the way of the world sooner, man. Sooner than later, I promise you. Ready Player One is not just going to be a movie.
Yeah, I watched the movie, and then like when I was looking at all the stuff you can do with the Oculus, I'm like, yo, that's right now. Like this augmented reality stuff,
Yep,
this is right here, right now. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Even just the future of commerce and social media itself is going to be on the metaverse. You know,
Yeah,
because I participated in a couple virtual events, and like you got the NFTs on the wall or just whatever products, and you can just click it. You know what I mean? And it just link you right to the site. You know, you could connect wallet or do whatever and just purchase.
yep. So we're the possibility that, and it's just the beginning. I look at this like the beginning of the
Like the internet or something.
yeah, the internet and the .com bubble
Yeah.
in the early '90s, where everybody thought the internet was just going to be like something for nerds, or it was just going to be a fad. But I would have to do my research on this. But I'm pretty sure that era probably created the most billionaires more than any other era in history.
Probably.
I'm willing to
I wouldn't doubt it.
bet.
So I had a question about the Venus finance. So when looking at the supply markets, right? That's obviously that's what you would like deposit into. So you would want to look for the one with the highest interest rate, and then when you on the borrow side, you would want to look for the one with the lower interest rate because that's what you have to pay back.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. That's my understanding of this, just based off me, taking out loans on these
hmm
platforms.
Is
Um,
there like a time to pay it back, or is it like monthly, weekly, bi-weekly? Like how does it work?
there's nothing like that. This is completely decentralized, and you know that you have a smart contract that says
hmm
that you owe what you owe. You also know
Facts.
that you have an APY associated with whatever it is that you take out. You can still access whatever part of these funds aren't attached to the amount that you collateralize. However, but if you ever want to redeem the full uh, total of your money, you're going to have to pay your loan back first.
Right, right, right.
You get what I'm saying? So there's no terms as far as every fifth of the month you have to pay back $60 or anything like
Yeah.
that. I mean, you could take a whole 10 years to pay it back. Another thing that I want to show you is this app called Instadap. Go to Instadap. Just go to Google real quick and type in Instadap.
Google.
Yeah. Um, so we can see exactly what yeah, here it is. So it's instadap.io.
Right. Go to dashboard, or where you
Yeah,
want to
yep.
go?
And now this is going to ask you to connect to the Ethereum mainnet. But the reason why this is important, this is another platform where you can like look at different options to stake, farm, do a whole bunch of different things.
hmm
There's even an option for you to be able to like discharge a loan by switching it over and converting it to a different asset. Let's say you took a loan out in compound in uh, USDC, right?
hmm
If you've been studying the charts, let's say this loan that you took out is $5,000. And let's
Right.
say you're studying the charts and you see that Bitcoin is about to take a dip by like 40%, or it can take a dip by like 40% if it doesn't reach a certain support or resistance point, and you see that it gets rejected by that area of support, which means the price is probably about to go back down. What InstaDApp allows you to do is swap out the loan as far as the asset, where if you took it out in USDC, I can swap it out for Ethereum or Bitcoin. And now, if my $5,000 loan that I had in USDC, if I converted it to the equivalent of Bitcoin is still $5,000 worth. However, if Bitcoin goes down by 50%, I now only owe $2,500, and I'll convert it back to the USDC, and I'll only be on the hook for a $2,500 repayment of my loan now.
Mm.
This is
It's a
an
whole lot of
example,
finesse.
but this is an example of what you can do if you know how to read the charts. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
You're just taking advantage of fluctuating assets in a platform that allows you to exchange your debt that you have out. So
And would
um,
you be able to pull the loan from here, or would it have to be on another platform like Venus Finance?
it's
Would or
any
is it
of the
just strictly
platforms
this
that
one?
they have that are compatible with this, how they have this set up. So if
Okay.
you want, you can connect to your MetaMask through MainMet. Connect this app to your MetaMask real fast by just clicking on connect with MetaMask, and it might ask you to switch your network. Now this probably is gonna be Venus. You can click cancel for this one.
Cancel.
Yeah. All right. So click on those sideways triangles under that circle in the left corner. You can click cancel again. That's just Venus asking you to switch back to BSC.
So say what is it that you wanted
Um,
me to do?
right above the house
The house.
on the left hand side.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, click on that.
Wait, you said click the arrow?
Yeah, click on it. All right, now scroll down, and you can see all of the different platforms that this interacts with. And it looks like Aave, Compound, and I'm not sure what that one is, and MakerDAO. Um,
So how would
ex-
you see the name of it?
click
Or you
on,
just have to know the symbol?
well, I'm just familiar with the symbol, but you can click on protocols right under dashboard in the left hand corner,
Okay, okay.
and that lets you know the names of the different platforms that this interacts with. Now, bear in mind, you also have the ability to interact with this platform through what is it called? The Polygon network.
Polygon network. Okay.
Do you have the Polygon network connected to your MetaMask?
No, I do not.
Okay, so it might be beneficial to do that now. So what you can do is similar to how you set up the Binance Smart Chain. Just go to Google first and type in adding Polygon to MetaMask. Yeah, here it is right there. Okay, go ahead. I want to see if it is a doc. All right, click on the doc right there underneath the video. Configure
This
Polygon to MetaMask. No, the next one underneath that.
this
Yeah,
one?
yeah, click on that one right there. Or let's see. No, actually, click on the link underneath this one, the medium one.
This one?
Yes, that one. Click on that link for me, please. All
Is
right.
Matic and Polygon? Oh yeah, it's the same thing.
Yep. So if you go down, the directions should be in there as far as what you need to do to install MetaMask on Meta Network. So stop. Yeah. So just copy all of this right here. Go through the same process. Just
Hmm.
click on your MetaMask right up there and right next to the browser. Yep, add network.
Is there a way that I can open it right here and it'll pop up on the side, or
Actually, yes, you can. Click on it and click on that circle. Yep, settings. There you go. And
is
go to
it
network.
network?
hmm And add network. There we go. It's a lot better. And I just want to let you know we have about 10 minutes left in our
Okay.
session. So if there's any other questions that you wanted me to answer, just feel free definitely to let me know.
Saying could not fetch chain ID.
Give me 1 second. I just want to make sure that that's the same thing I have in mind. Waiting for my MetaMask to pop up. I'll let you know. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Go to,
Close this out.
you don't have to, just click on CoinGecko and type in Matic or Polygon. Yep. And um, go to their website.
Yes.
Yep. All right, now go to click use Polygon on
Use.
the up top. Yeah, use Polygon. Go to Polygon wallet.
So this right here is a smart contract that just popped up, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Now, uh, let's see. Did it keep that other one up? All right, you can go back to click on CoinGecko, and we're gonna get this from their Medium. Go to medium.com under yeah. Let's see. Can you go there now? There should be an article in here for staking or opening Matic name mainnet to your MetaMask. Anywhere. Because there's so many.
Says Matic wallet moves to Alpha mainnet.
Let's see on my end. Just bear with me. It's just important that we put the right info in the network, because I don't want nobody trying to do nothing malicious as far as uh, providing you with the wrong information.
Feel that. So back to like what you were saying. If I had a question, I know we got like probably 5 minutes left. So on the Venus network now, right? The Venus Finance, you're saying that the gas fees over here are a bit cheaper because they're on the Binance Smart Chain mainnet, right?
Exactly. Correct.
And if I wanted to like use the tokens or the stable coins that they have, I would have to purchase that stable coin like USDT or the Pancake Swap in order to interact with that
Yeah, so
application, right?
go to Pancake Swap again, and I can show you what you need to do. And all right, you would need to switch back now. Click on trade.
Trade,
Mm-hmm.
exchange.
Yep. Exactly. Now this is the exchange you will use to get any of the Binance Wrap versions of the coins you will be looking for. So type in select the currency, click on that, and here you see they have different tokens that are on this platform. And you can also type in the name of the asset up here in the search name or paste address. So type in USDT. See how they have the USDT, and that would be the Binance Wrap version of USDT. So it's important to understand that, because you don't want to send a Binance Wrap version of USDT to
The
a
Ethereum
exactly that only
and
accepts
get lost. Okay, yeah.
so
So if I wanted to put, all right, let's say, all right, so how would I purchase the USDT on the Binance Smart Chain net? Like how would I acquire that token or that asset? How do I get it?
this is how you would do it right here. You would need to first off load up
On
funds into
Binance.
the Binance Smart Chain in general. So what you can do is go
Wait,
on.
say that again. You said I'd have to do what in general?
Hold on, let me take a drink of water real fast.
All right, sound good.
So you would need to load up some funds onto the Binance Smart Chain, uh, so that way you can begin to exchange it for different assets. So one of the ways you can do that is you have Binance, right?
Yeah, I already created a Binance account.
Uh, you have a VPN. Is your VPN on?
I have the Opera browser, but I don't have like a paid for VPN or anything yet.
Okay. Are you operating on Opera browser right now?
I could open it up right here.
All right. Moving forward, I would strongly recommend. Hold on. Exit that out, bro. Close that. Close that.
Um,
Was that in Opera browser or was that in Google? You just opened that up in.
No, this is Opera browser. I had it opened previously 'cause I thought we were gonna use it.
So is your
Like I
VPN?
turned,
What
yeah, I
country
turned it.
is VPN set on?
It's Europe.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure because Binance will restrict you if they catch that your VPN is not on and it shows up in United States.
Yeah, 'cause I was using a different laptop last week when I was like messing around with it. And then I got on this one on the Surface Book and I typed it in and like they blocked it. You know, they're like, and I'm like, damn, I forgot I wasn't on the Opera. So I
Yeah,
did the whole VPN setting. So it was smooth. And I got the Google Authenticator, all of that already.
mhm,
So I followed those steps, you know.
right. One thing you can also do is you can buy the Proton VPN that they have.
Right. I think that's going to be the next step for me.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't even access any of this stuff without my VPN being on.
And
Um,
that's the reason being for like you just don't want to get hacked, or is it just
well, for privacy purposes, and I don't want to get hacked.
right?
So if you can't pinpoint my specific IP address, it's lessening the likelihood of me being hacked.
Right. Um,
Just in theory, it's just something to think about.
yeah,
Um,
most definitely. Because I remember when I was telling you that I had purchased some Ether on the Coinbase, you were saying I should find a middle ground on where I want to do it. So I kind of wanted to ask you about that. Would this be the Binance or was the Coinbase the better move?
mm, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't use Coinbase at all. I never have,
Hmm.
because I know that it's a centralized platform. Um,
Isn't Binance centralized too, though, or no?
it is. However, you did not provide your personal information to Binance, did you?
Yeah, it was just the email.
Right. Did you provide your personal information to Coinbase?
No, I don't have it, but like it was my lady who already had a Coinbase account.
Okay. So did she provide her personal information to Coinbase?
I'm sure like debit card and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So you don't want to directly send anything from your wallet to the destination that actually has your debit card information or any of your personal information. You always want to have a go-between between the two. That's why
Okay.
in the videos I would buy in Cash App, then send it to Binance, then send it to my wallet.
Oh, so you would purchase on Cash App and then send to Binance and then your wallet.
Yeah, everything gets purchased on my end, um, via Bitcoin on Cash App, and then it gets sent to Binance or another exchange that I want to use, and then I can exchange it for whatever I want to actually have in my wallet at that point.
Okay, okay, makes sense. So one of the last questions that I remember having was like you know how the Bitcoin price like is so high like and but I'll see people within the community they'll still say to like buy or invest in it or even what you're doing just purchasing the Bitcoin to send to the Binance.
Hmm.
Is there still hope with the Bitcoin? Like even if you can't, it's like 40 grand. Like what would be your? I know it's not financial advice, but what are your thoughts on it on the Bitcoin? You know what I mean? Like I know
So
the importance of it because it's scarce, but like what do you
exactly,
think?
that's the importance of it, and in order for that to be put into perspective, let's talk about what's not scarce. What's
Hmm.
not scarce is the United States dollar, right?
True.
More and more countries are withdrawing from using the United States dollar as their currency. More and more countries are stopping trade using the United States dollar. More and more countries are no longer accepting the United States dollar for a lot of different things. Uh,
Hmm.
so the US dollar is being devalued, and on top of that, inflation is eating up everything. What
Facts.
you have is something that is a hedge against that. So think of it like a seesaw.
Hmm.
The more the value of the dollar goes down, the more valuable these cryptocurrencies in general are going to be, specifically Bitcoin, because of its integration into the world and how it's already being implemented and accepted for payment, um, in a lot of different countries across the world. So that's one thing is that, again, it's a hedge against inflation. Don't forget, like that seesaw example, the more the dollar goes up in value or down in value, that's making the value of Bitcoin and all of the other cryptos go up.
Well,
Scarcity is going to be compounded by the fact that the dollar is losing value to inflation. Because no matter what anybody does, it's only going to be 21 million of them. A lot of people understand that this is a way where you can control your own money, where regardless of what they decide any currency is going to be in the future, we can in theory exchange it for Bitcoin seamlessly, or we can just continue to peer-to-peer conduct business with Bitcoin amongst each other. You get what I'm saying?
right.
Um, so the value is in the fact that there are only 21 million of them, and more. And corporate America is buying Bitcoin. It's not
Yeah.
the average consumer. So you think corporate America is doing that for no reason in regards to investing in something that doesn't have value? You have more companies that are investing in Bitcoin in regards to no longer having like savings accounts or checking.
Right. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Michael Saylor of MicroStrategy is a prime example. Their cash reserves were exchanged for Bitcoin a few years ago. They currently own like a couple 100,000 Bitcoin, bro. The company does, and his average cost was like $27,000.
Right.
So at the end of the day, it's only going to continue to grow in value because of the simple fact that everybody is now understanding that um, it's less of it in circulation in compared to the dollar. There's no more that's going to be created. So the more people that buy it, the more the value of it is going to grow. Less than 10% of the world right now, I bet, owns Bitcoin.
Right.
So if it's at about $50,000, a little less than $50,000 now, with 10% utilization, what do we assume is going to happen when it's 50% utilization? The laws of supply and demand are always going to be in effect. So the more buyers you have, the more it's going to benefit the sellers.
Right. Yeah, I appreciate that. That was a detailed breakdown. Yes, I
Yeah,
see the importance of it even more now.
exactly. Because it's going to be competition for these, and we're just scratching the surface. Like a lot of people are bullish on Bitcoin. There are some people that believe that Ethereum is going to be more value just because of how you can utilize it outside of it being a hedge against inflation and something that has a lot.
Yeah.
Like you can actually grow things on the metaverse and utilize it within the metaverse on the Ethereum blockchain.
Yeah. Yep.
Binance is basically mimicking a lot of the same things that Ethereum is doing, except they have cheaper gas fees. So
Yeah.
there are a lot of different ways you can read into what it is that I just gave you, as far as
Hmm.
ways you can go into looking for value. And I'm gonna give you another gem. Think about this: majority of the altcoins that exist in the market
Hmm.
operate on the Ethereum blockchain.
Yeah. Yep.
So what do you think that's going to do for the value of Ethereum?
It's gonna raise it.
That's all I'm saying. So you can do whatever you want with that information,
Hmm.
uh, and just make the best decisions for you as far as your investing. Please feel free to check out that watch list and compare it to.
Oh yeah, most definitely. That's gonna be my homework. But what is it that you wanted me to do on the Binance?
Um, on the Binance Smart Chain.
No, I remember you told me to pull up Binance, so he was asking if I had the VPN. That was the last thing before I asked the question.
What I was probably mentioning that for was just to see the different ways you can send and receive um, cryptocurrency. If you want to, let's say, all right, if you did have the money that you wanted to load up, let's say if you did have it in Coinbase, what you could
Hmm.
do is send it to your Binance. Okay. Um, what you might want
Oh
to do,
wow.
Say that again.
No, I was just agreeing. Like I could send it from the Binance. I mean, from the Coinbase to the Binance
Right, and then send it to
to the
the Binance
MetaMask.
wallet, to the MetaMask or your Trust wallet. Because I use those, I use Trust wallet and MetaMask interchangeably,
Hmm.
um, especially when I'm on my mobile device. It's a lot easier for me to send and receive cryptocurrency through Trust wallet than it is on MetaMask on my mobile device, just due to Trust wallet specifically being designed for mobile. Still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, yeah. So with that being said, it's a lot more convenient, and me, it's easier and faster for me to do it from my phone more so than it is for me to do it
On
from
the
my.
laptop.
I mean, I do still send and receive from my laptop often, but not as often from as I do with my cell phone. So what you can do is utilize that as a way for you to load up whatever funds you want to load onto the Binance Smart Chain. Now, what you would specifically need to do is when you send it to Binance, what I would do specifically, bro, I'm gonna be all the way honest with you. I
Right,
would
right, yeah.
um, buy all BNB. Like, let's say you have
The stack, the
your
1,000.
stack that you wanted to send. You can send it from Coinbase to Binance. What I
Hmm.
would do then, um, but okay, the question now would be, what would you be sending? Would you be sending Ethereum? Like, what would you be buying from Coinbase to send it over to Binance? Because I just want to make sure that I can help you as best I can as far as this transaction. Being as though I'm probably not going to be able to
Right.
perform.
At first I was thinking the Ethereum because I was thinking the whole compound stuff, but now you're telling me about the Venus finance. I'm guessing it would be better to get BNB to interact with that because it would be lower gas fees just for like a startup. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that would be my recommendation. Because what it's going to cost you to collateralize all of this on
Hmm.
Ethereum, you're going to load up 1,000, and by the time you get done, you might be left with like 700, because of
Right.
what you're going to be spending in gas.
Exactly. Yeah.
Everything is going to require a smart contract to be created, and it might mess around and be like $30 per smart contract. And if you have like 10 different assets, then that's $300 right there.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. So I think that is the better move to just I think the Binance, the BNB is probably like maybe 400 or something right now. I probably could just grab like two of those and
yeah,
send
I
it
will buy
over.
whatever I can buy.
Hmm.
If Binance is an option for you to buy on Coinbase, because again, full disclosure, I've never used it, so I'm
Right.
not sure if it is. But if it is, I would just send that to um, your Binance account,
Hmm.
then send that to your Trust wallet, or your MetaMask, however you want to do it. I would send it to my Trust wallet, and it's real
Yeah, 'cause you
simple.
did ask me on the gram if I had a Trust Wallet. So why the Trust Wallet and not the MetaMask that I would send the BNB to?
Because in theory, your Trust wallet and your MetaMask are going to contain the same information.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So it's all being sent from the same wallet. It's just that your Trust wallet can interact with the Binance Smart Chain better, um, with my mobile device, because I have an iPhone.
Okay.
I'm not sure what you have.
Yeah. Same. Yeah. I got the iPhone.
Yeah, so for me, using Trust Wallet on my phone for sending and receiving is a lot easier because what I can do is, first thing I'm going to need to do is go to um, Binance, right? Not Binance. Go to your Trust Wallet and make sure you have the specific BNB that you need to send, because they have a few different options. So the one that you're going to want is, let's see, um, the regular one that says BNB.
Just regular BNB.
Yeah, or let me see, because I'm just looking through my Trust Wallet to see how I have received mine in the past. Yeah, so regular BNB because it's already going to be on the Binance chain. Now, one thing that you're going to have the ability to do, or one thing
Hmm.
you're going to have to do, is swap it over to the Smart Chain once it's in your MetaMask. I mean, once it's in your Trust Wallet. I know it's going. So right now you got Trust Wallet up on your device.
Um, yeah,
Yeah, just
pulling
pull
it
it
up
up on
right
your
now.
device real quick and just open it up and let me know when you're like at the home page of the app.
Yeah, I got the Trust Wallet up.
All right. So on the top right hand corner, click on on like that graph.
You said the top right corner. Yeah, the little squig, the circle and the two circles in the line.
Yeah, click on that. And what you're going to do is type in BNB.
Right. Yeah, I think I had already did it because
Okay.
the lever's already pulled, so I can see Smart Chain and I see BNB.
And now click on the regular smart chain one. I mean, not smart chain. Click on the regular one.
Regular BNB. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
481.
All right. Cool. Now this is what you're going to do. Um,
I mean
click.
478.
What you're going to do is click on receive.
Right.
Right. And when you click on receive, it's going to give you all of the information as far as your BNB address that's connected to your Trust Wallet. Okay. You're
Right.
going. What you can do is you can either copy and paste it and send it to your email, or you can share
Right.
it just by clicking on share and send it to your email. So that way you can copy and paste it from your email into Binance so that you can know that this is the exact address that you need to send your BNB
Send it
once
to.
it's in your once you send it to Binance from Coinbase.
Okay. Okay. And then you're saying once it's in the Trust Wallet, the last thing I want to know now is how can I send it from the Trust Wallet to the MetaMask? Or I
So
wouldn't need to send it because
you're,
you're
yeah,
saying it's already.
exactly. You're not going to need to because it's automatically going to show. The only thing you need to do at that point is click on the circle that says more in Trust Wallet,
Mm-hmm.
and then go down to the bottom. It says swap to Smart Chain.
Right.
You're going to do that, and that's what's going to allow this asset to show up on your in Binance. I'm sorry, on the BSC chain, so that you can start interacting with it on Venus.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Like as soon as you click switch to or swap to Smart Chain, it's automatically going to be sent over. It's probably going to be a couple minutes for the contract to be settled. Once the contract is settled, it's going to be in your um, supply section on Venus.finance. Then you're just going to have to put collateralize, or from there you can go to Pancake Swap and exchange your uh, BNB for whatever other assets you want to add to your Venus.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So that's dope. I was thinking I had to do something to swap it over to the MetaMask, but I think I got it then. You know, just press more, then
Hmm.
swap to Smart Chain.
Yep,
So when I open my MetaMask, will it like would I be able to see it when I'm on the Smart Binance Smart Chain network?
absolutely.
Okay, that's awesome.
Because remember, you put your seed phrase in Trust Wallet. Remember from MetaMask.
I don't think it was like a new seed phrase because I wrote them all down. So the seed phrase that I have for my Trust wallet, I don't know if it's the same as the MetaMask.
Okay, might be the same wallet, just a different seed phrase. I'm not sure, but I know that all of my assets in
Trust
my
wallet, you can see it on your MetaMask.
exactly. So, and even if you can't, it's easy to add assets for you to view them um, on MetaMask. You just have to find the address and go down to add token under assets in MetaMask if you want to add any token um, there that you don't see.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I know how to do that part. So yeah. Yeah, all right. So what I'll do is like do my little homework, do my research, see how I can go about getting those funds over, and then make my moves from there. It was a good breakdown. I appreciate the call. Learned a lot.
Hmm. No problem. If they're in your chime, see if you can send it over to your lady and do everything like that from her Coinbase.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely. That's gonna be the plan. Cause I already loaded it up on the Chime because I was ready to, just send it over. But I like this alternative, and now I see why you told me to swap it over a
Hmm.
couple of weeks ago because it all makes sense. It's like all the same thing, but it's different applications and different cryptocurrencies.
Yep.
Yeah, but just to be safe, what I might do though, I'll figure out how, like, if it is the same seed phrase with the Trust Wallet, but if not, I'll just probably even make a new one fresh, just so nothing don't get lost in the sauce.
Yeah, I know that all of my assets are there because
Hmm.
it's the same. As soon as I switch to the BSC network, it's the same exact wallet address that shows up.
Oh, okay, okay,
Like once it's on the smart chain, you get what I'm saying?
yeah,
So uh, I know for sure that it's not going to be an issue once you convert them to the smart chain for it to read on your MetaMask. So that way you can interact with your PC and use these same assets as well. Again, yeah, I mean, I've been doing this for a minute. I haven't had any issues
right.
with that part. So um, I would just load up your BNB and get busy, man. It's definitely gonna be a lot cheaper this way. I promise you that.
Yeah, most definitely, bro. Like I said, I appreciate what you're doing, and we definitely gonna build again, in the future. Probably I might try to do like a little monthly check in or tap in, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
While
cool.
we're participating in the group.
Yeah, because there's a lot of other blockchains that exist that you can operate on
Right.
um, that have a lot of different benefits. So we can get in all of that next time you want to have a session.
All right, that's what's up, bro. Peace and love, bro. I do appreciate it.
Definitely peace and love, man. And like I